Welcome back, everybody. We are back once again with another Nova Online breakdown video. How's everybody feeling today? I hope if any of y'all were impacted by the massive winter storm over the weekend, that everybody is safe and doing well, and hopefully your spirits are high right now. We are back once again to go over some Nova TikToks and posts for this week, and this week has been pretty typical for Nova. However, there has been a little bit of a change up. He's trying to start up his YouTube streams again, which all in all are pretty pathetic. It's just him playing Fortnite, very poorly mind you, for about 30 minutes, in which he usually rages off because chat's fucking with him, or he gets mad about the fact that he's losing. And I'm not really one to criticize stream lengths because I usually only stream for about an hour and a half, but the difference between me and Nova is I actually have a good time. My chat's super interactive and I enjoy the hell out of it. Everybody is having a good time. However, Nova just seems like he's pretty miserable when he streams. I don't really understand his reasoning behind it. It just seems like he's giving people an opportunity to throw tomatoes at him live instead of doing it through his TikToks or YouTube videos. But he's back to streaming and posting a lot more on YouTube via the YouTube Shorts, and my guess of why he's doing that is because of the unsureness of TikTok in its current state, and Nova wants to make sure that he can still suckle from that glorious internet point water fountain that he's been blessed with for the last couple of years, and so he's going to be posting his ridiculously bad content on YouTube. So with that, we're going to look at Nova's first TikTok/YouTube short, where this one I imagine is a draft because you can see that he's got like the bang hairstyle that he was rocking a few months ago, and he's also shaped like a tray of Thanksgiving rolls here. So I'm just going to assume this is a draft, and in this one he is recreating one of his most famous moments. And I'll let y'all think about what this could be for just a second if you haven't seen it already. This is one that he was caught on camera saying in an interview that his workplace was a part of that he originally hated. And every time people would bring up this clip, he would have a diaper tantrum and throw a big old fit about it. Yes, it is the "Can I have a French onion soup, please" clip. In this TikTok, Nova recreates it, but very weirdly. He speeds it up and slows it down, and while he's doing it, he's ladling nothing into a bowl. He's just scooping fresh air into a soup bowl. This was just cringe personified. So let me show y'all the viral moment recreated by Wide Build here.
I think it's time to recreate one of my most viral moments on TikTok. And I'm gonna bust out some new ladles for this video.
Exclusive property of the Nova Universe on TikTok.
Can I get a French onion soup, please?
So there you go, just real quick, you can see the first part of this post, and if Nova would have just cut it off here, it would have been fine. Still cringe, but not to a point where this video is. This gets a lot worse. I don't understand the speed ups and slow-mos he does for this video. I know there was someone on TikTok who modified the original clip, and I've seen that, but why isn't he just recreating the original clip? That might have gotten him some ha-has and some hee-hees, but what he does here is just so unnecessarily cringe.
Can I get a French onion soup, please? Can I get a French onion soup, please? Can I get a French onion soup, please? I still can't believe one of my viral clips was a 5-second clip of me asking for a refill of French onion soup at one of my jobs. Absolutely crazy. Novine Universe, signing off.
I still can't believe how unsettling it was looking at Nova during that slow-mo clip. It was like staring in the eyes of a charging bull, knowing in a mere couple of seconds I would get turned into wallpaper. It wasn't intimidating like how a bull would be, but it is something that enacted that flight, fight, or freeze response, and I chose freeze there. Why he had to do that, why was he staring into our souls, reacting this turbo cringe moment asking for some French onion soup? I don't know. But as you can see, there's another video where it's low effort, boring, and unentertaining rubbish. He had an opportunity to make something semi-worthwhile, which is me really reaching here, but with the viralness of his first clip, he could have made something at least stomachable, right? But this is Nova Online, everybody. The only thing we know this goober for is F-tier food content reviewing and diapers, and not much else. And so when he broke out into a skit, I thought we were going to see greatness. Just kidding. No one thought that, I reckon. But let's move on to the next video. And this next one is pretty long. It's a 3-minute TikTok. And so much of this video is filled with silence or mindless babbling. But I had to add this one because it just so strongly supports the fact that Nova's content creation ability is so lacking. So I thought I needed to give, some more context each video on why I think the content Nova creates is so uninspiring. I've said this countless times and I'll keep saying it. Even if Nova never did any of the deplorable, disgusting, depraved actions he did, he still wouldn't be a respected content creator. He has over 300,000 followers on TikTok and over 7,000 subscribers on YouTube, and he still can't capitalize off it to make some good content. He makes these 3-minute videos of him just sitting on the couch lazily reviewing random products and foods. We never should put to the side what Nova did, ever, but it really shows the internet is just not for him when he can't even make good content. So let's get into the video of Nova reviewing a Crunch Cup. This cup seems like it's meant for cereal. You put milk in one area of the cup and cereal in the other, and you can drink it on the go. And of course, Nova had to give us a review on it.
I've been wanting this for over a year now.
and I finally managed to get my hands on it. Not the color I wanted, but it's still useful nonetheless. This is the Crunch Cup, and I'm gonna review it. Now, one thing I noticed right out the box is that they give you 2 reminders about their 2-year warranty. One on the card, and one on the box.
Exclusive property of the Novine Universe on TikTok.
So, I got the purple color because it was one of the only ones that had overnight delivery from Amazon. Okay, this is the inside.
Wow, this has been a thriller so far, everybody. We are almost a minute into the review, and so far all we have gotten is the fact that the Crunch Cup loves their warranty papers, we've gotten the color, and which part of the cup is the inside. I mean, that's groundbreaking shit right there, am I right? We're a minute in, and I still don't know what's going on. Nothing about the product has been described, the only thing we're getting is the color and shit like that. Also, I checked this product out on Amazon, this thing was $30. $30 Nova spent on being able to have handheld cereal instead of using a bowl and a spoon. Are we extremely dead ass right now? That's what you're spending your TikTok paychecks on, Nova? Portable cereal?
And I need to take off all these stickers. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fill this inside reservoir with a cereal. I chose Fruity Pebbles. And now we're just going to fill up this part with some milk. I normally do fat-free, but I only have 1% right now. Alright. So hopefully I did everything right. Oops. I fucked up already. I need to put this onto the lid, not inside of the cup. And stick this in here. Whoa, it like floats.
Okay, so I don't have a Crunch Cup, you know, I'm not a savant on the topic here, so if anyone has this and can give me like a breakdown on how you're supposed to align this cup, just let me know down in the comments, because clearly Nova's not going to explain it well. I feel like this cup would make a lot more sense if you locked in that cereal cylinder first, then poured milk around it, and then like as the final step you screw on the top, because what Nova's doing seems like it's not going too well. He's spilling milk all over the place, like on his pants and on the couch, and then overall it just seems like really difficult how he's doing it. And he also flipped the cat for the milk onto the couch too, which, you know, extremely sanitary, A+ there, Nova. But this just doesn't seem like how this product is supposed to be used, and if y'all know, let me know down in the comments.
Okay, how do I fucking close this thing? Apparently this top cap is not supposed to close. Let's try it out, y'all. There's one gripe I have with this product. The milk chamber is empty, yet the cereal chamber is about 2/3 of the way full still. The cereal chamber either needs to be smaller or the milk chamber needs to be a little larger. Because I burn through the milk so quick on this. But I don't blame myself. I fucking love milk. But, excuse me, in all seriousness, it needs to be tweaked around.
No, your eyes weren't deceiving you there. The clip was all messed up, and that wasn't on my end there. That was all Nova. And of course, he wasn't going to refilm that and make sure everything was good from a quality standpoint. Then who would be there dropping 3 kills in Fortnite bot lobbies? You know, he had other things to do. So that's what you're left with. Another banger. But seriously, what did we get from this review? He barely explained it. He only had gripes about it, which is so typical. He rarely gives products that attaboy, you know, unless he really, really likes it. He was just complaining here because he sucked down all the milk before finishing the cereal. Hey, you know what would have prevented that, Nova? It's called a bowl and a spoon. Perfect. No hate at all to the company. I'm sure it was just Nova doing something wrong, and, you know, people have actually made this product work. But like, damn, this was so bad. 3 minutes of listening to that CC apology about the Marvel Rivals situation would have been less boring than this. But we press on to another video from the boulder-shaped Discord moderator Nova. We next see Nova reviewing some Jack in the Box, you know, some more fast food reviewing for this goober. I wonder when we're going to see that gradual increase in weight as we move more into 2026. It just seems like he's eating the exact same shit that he was when he was at his heaviest. So at a certain point, what he's doing to lose the weight can't overturn what he's eating now, right? But what do I know? I'm not a doctor, so maybe he'll keep losing weight somehow.
Ow, fuck my arm. But let's try some of the most unorthodox Jack in the Box menu items. And we've got 3 to try. Let's start out with one of my favorite menu items, the taco. Also, I'm sorry if I'm wincing in pain right now. My arm is so sore from carrying water. So let's try this out.
Exclusive property of the Novine universe on TikTok.
Why does everyone hate on these? They're delicious. I ate that whole thing. It's so good. Next up, we've got the egg roll. And this thing is fat. Let's try it out. And finally, the chicken teriyaki.
But first, me. Of course, Nova had to hit us with a little, oh, my arm, it's so sore, I just carried water. Like, what? How is your arm in pain from carrying water? How are you carrying it? Like fully extended? Or were you carrying like 80 bottles at once? How can your arm hurt from carrying water? That makes no sense. And of course, some lazy food reviewing there. He says the taco was delicious, and then the egg roll was, nothing else. He doesn't address either food except at the end where he like groups them all together and just calls them decent. Like, that's not food reviewing. That's just eating your lunch and filming it while giving it some unenthusiastic comments.
Which they did not give me a fork for, so I'm going to have to get my own. Let me tell you one thing out of the gate. This smells like shit. But that's not going to stop me from trying it. Okay. Okay. It tastes a lot better than it smells. Like, the teriyaki sauce, I think, is a little bit too salty. But the rice is good. The broccoli is good. But these carrots are shaved way too thin, and they need to be shaved a little bit thicker. Overall, I give the teriyaki chicken bowl a 6-7 out of 10. And by that I mean 6.7, not 67. You guys get what I mean. But anyways, that's the unorthodox items. And I think they're decent. Hey, Nova Kadri, signing off.
Well, there you have it, folks. Why did he even start the review for the teriyaki bowl like that? He starts it with, well, this bowl smells like shit. Like, why even say it like that? That's so disingenuous. And then he gives it some words about what exactly he liked and disliked in the bowl. Granted, it was only 3 things, but that's 3 more things than he usually says, so, I guess he put a little more work into this food review. That's some quality content from him. But in actuality, that's just another pile of Stevie trash from Nova. But that'll be it for me today, guys. I appreciate all of you guys sticking around for another video. If you guys didn't see the post, or if you haven't noticed, we hit 1,000 subscribers, which is such a crazy accomplishment. I didn't even think I would get 10 subscribers doing this. So I appreciate all the love and support. Y'all's likes and comments are always very appreciated. I hope we can keep growing every day and continue going over some of these internet lolcows together. But I am out of here. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Deuces.